Hi there, me again with another Halloween tutorial. This one is going to be Cyborg. So I've never done this before. I'm going with the concept that the skin around my eye here is kind of going to be ripped off. I haven't got any latex products, so it's going to be using only makeup. So I'm going to start by using a concealer to cover up my eyebrow, and we'll go from there. I'm going to be using my Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC and a sponge. I'm going to really try to dab it on and make my eyebrow disappear. I'm obviously going to need a few coats to get that done. I'm actually going to go ahead and use that concealer to roughly outline the shape of where I'm going to have that skin ripped back. If you can, also cover your eyelashes a little bit. Put another layer. So you see I've just kind of done like almost like a sloppy egg shape, upside down egg shape near my eye. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cover that whole area with just a generic silver eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to dab that on because I really need it to be thick. I'm going to have to figure out how to cover up my eyebrow because it's clearly not covered at the moment. Okay, so continue to line that whole egg shape with the silver to give your skin that metallic look that a cyborg might have if their skin was ripped off. So once that's done, I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of face paint from the dollar store. I'm going to put that on a sponge. Just going to dab that on top. Okay, so that's as good as it's going to get for me. So I used some white face paint to cover up my eyebrow. Once that's dry, because it's very thick and wet right now, I'm going to go over that with the silver. In the meantime, I'm actually going to go ahead and put another layer of silver over what I've already done. I'm going to use black liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to just make a few those like metal pieces under the skin there. I'm just going to make the lines. I'm going to make one line basically along my cheekbone, I guess, the top of my cheekbone straight to the side of my nose area. Just like that. It doesn't have to be the same thickness all the way because you're going to be putting makeup over it to make it more subtle. You're going to make another line going downwards. Okay, another one straight up underneath to the underneath of your eye. Above your eyebrow. Sorry, I just realized I didn't go quite high enough. So the silver, you're going to want to go quite high, almost to the top of your forehead. Okay, using the black eyeliner again. You're going to make a line above your eyebrow across your forehead, leading downward towards your temple here. Going upward from there. Straight up. You're going to make some small black dots, almost like screws, along the side. There, my eyebrow is still wet, I just checked. You're gonna start to shadow a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take a darker silver and pat that around my eye area. So on my bottom lid, if you haven't got a darker silver, you can always use a gray. And I'm really just kind of creating a shadow around my eye, really creating some depth here. You can go ahead and use that darker gray and really fill right underneath. If you've rubbed it out like I have, and touch up the line here with your liquid eyeliner again. Using the same dark gray, you're just going to trace softly along the side. Try not to rub out the line completely, along the side of where the liner was. From there, you're going to continue to make shadows along the outside of the silver you put earlier, and just to dull the lines you made a little bit with your eyeliner. So I'm just tapping it lightly on top. Yeah, it's more subtle. Go ahead and connect this line all the way up to your brow so it looks like one piece of metal. Here, you're going to be doing the darker gray shadow all around the outside, just to give it some depth as well. Okay. From here, I'm going to take a smaller brush to create more shadows. Smaller brush, again a darker gray. It's not quite black, but a generic dark gray. I'm going to go around the gray that I just put around the metallic part. So I'm going to go around there. And if it's looking a little bit too dark, you can buff that out with a clean brush. Blend them together. From there, I'm going to add some highlights. So you can use a lighter silver if you've got one, or a white. I'm going to be using a lighter silver. I'm going to be dabbing that in this area here, where it might stick out a little bit more. Basically where your cheekbone is. I'm also going to be adding that on top of my brow area. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow using the darker gray under this piece here. I'm actually going to try and create a shadow in this inner area as well. So coming down almost like a triangle from this metal piece here. I'm going to have to darken this whole area. Okay, we're almost done. Oops, let me just fix the camera. Ooh, there we go. So from here, all that's left, basically, this is a personal thing. I have the choice of either gray or blue color contacts. If you want to be a mean, scary cyborg, maybe you'll go for red if you've got them. I'm going to go blue because my blue ones are a little bit scarier. Well, not scary, but it'll look a lot more different from my left eye. I'm going to go ahead and take the blue contact. If you plan to wear contacts, generally I would recommend putting it in your eye before you put the makeup. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna use some sparkly liquid eyeliner. It's silver. Put some on the side here. Put some on top here. And you see how that's catching the light a little bit more? Down the side of this one. Across the top, you get the idea. Down the side. Across the top again. So I'm actually satisfied with the way that looks. If my skin's ripped off, I'm gonna need some blood around that area. I'm using dollar store fake blood in a tube. I don't know what the texture's like, so we're gonna open that up and see. What I'm going to do is put some of the fake blood on my wrist, and I'm going to use the back of a brush to just kind of dot it on the areas where I want it, because I'm afraid otherwise it's going to drip all over my eye and it won't be where I want it to be. Put it on the back of my brush, and I'm going to start by just dropping it here. What I want to do is create a drip if I can. This is really red. Oh, there we go. Now it's dripping. So you're just kind of going to dab that around the area that you've designated as your cyborg spot thing. Whatever that thing might be called. We're going to put it all the way around. All around. It's okay if it drips, because if your face is, I want some more up here. On the bottom here, I'm going to want a lot. Drop that in the inner area there. And another drip here. Okay, I could do more. You can do more. I'm gonna stop because ignore the pretty flowery scarf and whatnot. This is how to create an easy cyborg eye area. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial. A cyborg eye. See you soon. Bye.